Hello students, this is Mohammad Azif, and in this session I'm going to explain narration, which is actually the second part of this topic. In the previous video of narration, we have discussed the basic things which we have to maintain while changing direct to indirect speech. Okay, and even we have also discussed the changes which are going to be happen in the forms of tense, in the forms of pronoun, or in the forms of adverbs. Okay, in this video we are going to discuss about the different sentences, that how to convert the different kind of sentences into indirect speech. So let's begin. Now I'm going to start the conversion of different sentences into indirect speech. But before than that, we should have a good knowledge about the kinds of sentences. So as you all know that literally there are 5 kinds of sentences, which are assertive, or it is also known as a statement, or somewhere it is also been known as declarative. So assertive sentences are simple sentences, and they are also of 2 types. Okay, one is affirmative and second is a negative sentence. Affirmative sentences are such sentences which expresses a positive meaning, whereas a negative sentence expresses a negative meaning. Okay, moving ahead with the second kind of sentence, which is interrogative. So interrogative sentences asks a question. Okay, and it is formed by putting the auxiliary verbs before the noun, or by beginning the sentences with a WH word, and obviously it ends up with a punctuation mark, a question mark. Okay, moving ahead with the third kind of sentence, which is imperative. So imperative sentences express request, commands, advices, or suggestions. And let me tell you that these sentences, means imperative sentences, don't have any subject along with it. So instead of a subject phrase, we have to put a second person pronoun, which is you, as a subject over there. So moving ahead with the fourth kind of sentences, which are exclamatory sentences. So exclamatory sentences express certain feelings, as like surprise, delighted, or maybe grieving form. And the last kind of sentences are optative sentences, which express wishes or desires, and it generally starts with may. Now I'm going to highlight some points which you have to maintain while converting assertive or statement sentences into indirect speech. So starting with the very first point, which says that the verb said is changed to told when an object follows it. It means when the reporting verb said will follow by an object, so while converting it into indirect, it will write as told. Okay, in the second point, the verb said remains unchanged when it is not followed by an object. So this statement means that when there will not be any object along with the reporting verb, so said will be as it is the same into indirect also. And the third point says that the comma and inverted commas are omitted and replaced by the conjunction that. When we change any sentences into indirect, so we don't have to follow the commas and inverted commas, as it will be written in direct speech. Okay, into indirect speech there will not be any columns, or there will not be any place for commas or inverted commas. And the fourth point says that the verb said may also be replaced by the other verbs, as like answer, state, inform, reply, mention, explain, and so on. This point is actually an optional point for the students if they want to give a presentable look to the sentences. So they may also write these different verbs instead of said, as like answer, as like state, as like inform, reply, mention, explain, and so on. Now there is an example been given on assertive sentence. So let's take a look. When we have the sentence as like direct speech, the coach said to the Indian cricket team, "Your fielding is not up to the mark." Into indirect speech, it will be like this: the coach told the Indian cricket team, or instead of told, you can also write explained, or you can also write stated. Okay, so the coach told the Indian cricket team that their fielding was not up to the mark. Moving ahead with the second kind of sentences, which are interrogative sentences, and their highlighting points which you have to maintain while convert interrogative sentences into indirect speech. Starting with the very first point, which says the reporting verb is usually changed into verb like ask, enquire, and demand. Means as usual we used to write told instead of said, but when you will find the reported speech, means the inverted comma sentence, as an interrogative sentence, so at that time the reporting verb will not or never been written as like said or told. Instead of that you have to write ask, enquire, and demand. Second point says the inverted commas and the mark of interrogations are omitted. Okay, when you change interrogative sentence into indirect, so at the end of the sentence there will not be any question mark. Instead of that you have to put full stop. The third point says the structure of the reported speech is changed from interrogative form to assertive form. As I declared just now that we don't have to give any punctuation mark as like question mark. Instead of that we have to give a full stop as a punctuation mark. And the fourth point says that when we have WH interrogatives words like who, what, when, how, or whom at the beginning of a question, no conjunction is used after the reporting verb. Means you have to use the same WH word as it will be written in the direct speech. You have to write the same exactly WH word into indirect speech also. And the fifth point says if the question begins with auxiliary verbs such as is, are, am, or does, we use conjunction whether or if. Means when you will have an interrogative sentence which starts with auxiliary verb, at that time we don't have to use any conjunction. Means we don't have to use conjunction that. Instead of, we have to use if or whether as a conjunction to connect two different sentences. Now here is an example which is based on interrogative sentence, which says that Sana asked Manisha, did you buy the magic show tickets? This sentence is given in direct speech. While converting it into indirect, it will be like this, that Sana asked Manisha if she had bought the magic show tickets. Now, starting with the third kind of sentences, which are imperative sentences, and let's take a look of the points which we have to keep in view while converting imperative sentences into indirect speech. So starting with the very first point, which says that if we have the imperative sentence which expresses commands, we use reporting verbs like order, instruct, or command. When we have the imperative sentences which express request, at that time we use the reporting verbs like request, ask, pledge, or beg. And if we have the imperative sentences which express advise, at that time we use the reporting verbs as like suggest, advise, warn, or forbid. Fourth point says that the verb of the reported speech is changed into an infinitives. Infinitives means 2 plus V1. That is actually the structure of infinitives. Okay, so there will not be any conjunction being used. Instead of that, we have to use infinitives 2 plus V1. Let's take a look of the example of imperative sentence. The chef said to the helper, chop the vegetables quickly. That sentence is given in direct speech and it's a imperative sentence. While converting it into indirect, it will be the chef ordered the helper to chop the vegetables quickly. Now coming up to the fourth kind of sentences, which are optative sentences, and let's take a look of the guidelines which we have to follow while converting optative sentences into indirect speech. Beginning with the very first point, that the exclamatory sentence is changed into assertive sentence. Let me make you remind that like this only in interrogative also, when we have the interrogative sentences and while converting or while changing it into indirect, we have to change it into assertive form. Just like that, exclamatory sentence will also change it into assertive form in optative sentences. Okay, second point, we change the reporting verb into words like bless, pray, wish to convey the meaning of the complete expression. Okay, instead of said or told, we can write these verbs as like bless, pray, wish. And the third point says that conjunction that is used as in a statement. Over here we have to use conjunction that. Let's take a look of the example. Akbar said to Himesh, a very happy birthday. This sentence is given in direct speech. While changing it or converting it into indirect, it will be Akbar wished Himesh a very happy birthday. Last but not the least, coming up to the very last kind of sentences, which are exclamatory sentences, and just take a look of the guidelines which we have to follow. The first point says that the exclamatory sentences are changed into assertive sentences. As like in optative, we have seen that optative sentences also changed into assertive form. Just like that, exclamatory sentences also change it into assertive sentences, into indirect. Second point says the reporting verb is changed to exclaimed with joy, sorrow, delight, surprise, anger, or fear. So instead of said or told, in exclamatory sentences, we have to write like this, that exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with delight, exclaimed with surprise, exclaimed with anger, or exclaimed with fear, according to the situation. The third point says that conjunction that is used to introduce the reported speech. Means over here we can use that as a conjunction. And the fourth point is not actually a guideline, that is a meaning given according to the interjections. Okay, so if we have the interjections like hooray, good, or bravo, these express joy, pleasure, or admiration. Okay, if we have the interjection like alas, it expresses grief or pain. If we have the interjections like what or oh, these expresses surprise. And if we have the interjection like urge, it expresses disgust. Now there is an example given. Let's take a look of the example also. They said, alas, we have lost our way in the forest. Converting it into indirect, it will be they exclaimed with regret that they had lost their way in the forest. Hope this video is going to be very helpful to understand this particular topic very well. Now I'm signing off with lots of blessings and with lots of hope that again I will come back with a new video. Till then, take care.